MRecktv.
The streets don't love you.
Not at all.
By now, homie, you shoulda knew that.
Word.
Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack.
Think about me. He got him signed as management. So if I want to make this big bad wolf really seem like he a wolf, I'm going to give him the security he need, you know what I'm saying, from my brother the mayor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let him make him feel like he untouchable. He can say whatever, do whatever, you know what I'm saying? So whereas that when it got real, you see what he did. He folded. You know, it ain't take a day. He folded. But was super gangster the few minutes
Did it surprise you?
Not at all. Not at all. Come on, man. Not at all, man. You know.
So they should have saw it coming just like anybody else.
And people did. You know what I'm saying? But they get caught up. You got to keep in mind the pills come into play, the drinks come into play, the other drugs come into play.
The
you know,
money.
The money. So it's like it's better than standing on the corner in Brooklyn. I'm able to go to L.A., Hawaii, wherever he has started going. If you was a part of the media circle, so they gonna do any and everything to stay on that road. You see what I'm saying?
Got you. I want to do this because I know you got to run. Now, my thing is this. I like to offer resolutions to problematic situations.
Right.
How would Jim Jones have to squash it with a JoJo Capone?
I really just left it at stay as this and I stay mine. You know, it ain't nothing to keep it 100. I just had saw him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, in Miami. Him and Chrissy came into I think we was in Grand Lux. And you know, we actually sitting just like this at the bar.
Oh,
you know
wow.
what I'm saying? It's about 4 or 5 of us. And he was coming through right here with him and Chrissy. But you know the rules, no women, no children. And I'm not upset at him. That been years ago now. Like, I ain't tripping.
Did y'all speak to each other?
No, we didn't speak to each other. Because I know me. I'm still kind of, you know what I'm saying? I can't forget. Like, you a little brother to me. Like, how I can't see how you, if I want the best for you, why you don't want the best for me? So my conversation would actually have to start just like that.
Gotcha.
And he gon', you know what it would say, Joe, you bugging, you know you crazy. No, it's not, I'm bugging, I'm not crazy, man. I ain't stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we split some food, you know, whatever, we gonna do whatever. Like, you see that I would do that for you. How you won't do that for me? You see what I'm saying? So that's just a personal issue that he got going on. I don't know if he's still that same way.
I think this is just his ego. And
I don't know what the hell it is, but I ain't going for it, you know. But like I said, I seen him, and my little dudes, they was ready to rush him and do all that. I'm like, nah, we ain't about to do all that. You know what I'm saying? They was on that because they thought I was on it. So to show him my growth, nothing happened because of the strength of me. You see what I'm saying? And like I always said, I never wish no bodily harm towards him. I just understand who he is now.
So he don't even know that you gave him another pass recently.
I mean, he know now. You know what I'm saying? And this just was a few months ago.
Wow.
He know now. You know? And one of my little dudes, because they just got out the joint. So they ready, you like, you know, and then just like I said, we tied up in here in this club, in this restaurant, in this mall, in Aventura Mall in Miami. Y'all going back to jail, and we got a new case. It didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I ain't with that. Yeah. He out with his lady on a date. Go and enjoy your date.
Do your one too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I'm over here with it.
Yeah, but they soon as he walked through, because they was like, they was on it. Guess who walking through the door? You know what I'm saying? And said his name, so I just kept on eating. Because if I look at you, it gonna turn into so I could, you know,
especially the energy.
Yeah, my friend, my mind can change, and they already on that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know, because actually, me and him, when we went out, we started going. I was going live or whatever, and somebody actually asked me, "Is you cool with Jim Jones? Did y'all patch it up or whatever?" Or because I think him and True Life had took a picture together at Rock Nation or whatever. So that was cool, you know. So that's showing signs of growth. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? My case is just, my little brother didn't want to break bread. That's how I look at it. So, okay, little brother's love. He don't hate me. I don't hate him. But you don't want to see me eat. So it's cool. I'm going to eat regardless.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but if we could have all eaten together, which was my plan to do, so be. Fact. You know, but I understand if Cam giving you $100,000, $500,000 to run the company, if now you got to split it with me, you don't want to do that.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? So I can understand when it's a selfish person. So in my eyes, he was just selfish. That's all.
Damn, that's crazy. How do you feel about the situation? Because True Life squashed his issues with Jim, being that, you know, he's Rock Nation affiliated and everything else. But he was telling you at one time, like, yo, why you even, you know, even rocking with this dude?
But it's growth. True, True just come home, 8-year bid, you know what I'm saying? Different change of mind. Like,
Gotcha.
That was then, this is now. Like, you know, nobody lost their life. It was some embarrassment on Jim's behalf, you know what I'm saying? With his jury getting took and all that, you know. You know, Cam got involved. You know, Cam was only involved because of Jim. You know what I'm saying? When True seen Cam and they had to fight in front of the club or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which would have never happened if it wasn't for the friction with Jim. You see, so it was like a green light. If it's a green light on Jim, it's a green light on everybody with him. That's just how.
So basically, that's just what it was.
Yeah,
True Life.
Wind up running.
Put hands on Cam.
He ran into Cam, and then that's how that went.
Now, with that situation, being that you and Cam's, y'all homies, you and True homie, did you have a phone call with True and Cam?
Yeah. No, not them on the phone. Like I think me and True, we wound up having an interview or something, and it was like by this time True had put out True York City, True New York CD, his mixtape and everything, and right after that he caught his case. So you know what I'm saying. So he locked up at this time, and now I'm left here to do the interviews or whatever. So it was like Cam didn't have nothing to do with what me and Jim friction was, but it was just a guilty by association situation. That's just like if True done something and some guys seen me, guilty by association, or the vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So
it wasn't even like True saw Cam. It was just the spirit of the moment of what was going on, because in I guess retrospect, he probably, you know, if it was, because you know sometimes when you see somebody, you just pop on them.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Cam is here to host the club or whatever he is. He got Big Joe with him. He ain't thinking of nothing as nothing. You know what I'm saying? But unbeknownst to him, you know, he knew the friction of what was going on with us, with Jim. You know what I'm saying? But even like when Juelz tried to shoot a video down on the Lower East Side, the cars got bombed up, kicked up, chased from down there. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's when I think everybody was seeing and knowing this was real.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
True Life was terrorizing them.
And even though I didn't want to see Juelz caught up in that neither, because it wasn't about Cam or Jim. I mean, Cam or Juelz. It was, what's up with you, Jim? You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Cam and Juelz.
Yeah, that's what it was about. What's up with Jim? You know, so.
Oh, that's what it is. Now, Birdman, that's family, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Santana, that's my blood relative. Salute to him and Slim. And
well, you're like cousins, right?
Yeah. So you know, that's my. You know, I'm gonna get the game from them. Like they've been independent and done it on their own, and that's the same way I was. I had to, you know, lead. They led by example. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how I got even into this music. One of my little cousins on Cold Black, rest in peace. He was doing little local shows, so he was like investing them. You know what I'm saying? I'm running around Jack the Rapper's Freak Nicks and all that, you know. And I knew all the artists, you know what I'm saying, from just traveling and running around and doing my 1-2 in each state, you know. So I knew a lot of these guys. So when he said invest in them, I knew that, okay, cool. I came out here, we was doing something with Puff. And it was like, okay, Joe, you got to start a label. So I had to come up with the name, Act Like an Entertainment. And then now the next points, you know, I had to learn the steps, because that's what I wanted to do. This was something I was asked to do, you know what I'm saying, just back him.
Wow.
And with it being said, doing that, I had other artists in the neighborhood, and my projects. And so I just started the label and recruited and got all the artists that I needed. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or that I seen in the projects walking around with their headphones and notepads. So I already knew what type of time they was on. So when I listened to them, and if I liked them, I said, all right, y'all over here with me now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Mind, Body, and Soul was my first group. C-Note, Rello, Cold Black, and rest in peace, Cold Black, and Rello. So that left C-Note really by himself you know, from that group. So then when you come to my neighborhood, you got Pistol Pete, Big Blast, Chachi, and Black Rose. That's where the Global Gangsters come from. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just put C-Note with them.
Gotcha.
So that way he didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, left out in Chachi. So that's how the Global Gangsters went. And just had a spokesperson after the movement. You know, the movement was already there, but I needed a spokesperson for the movement. So then by the time all them started going their separate ways or want to do solo projects or whatever, or felt that we was getting blackballed on the mishaps that I was having with industry dudes, you know what I'm saying? I said, okay, cool. Y'all can go wherever y'all want. I'm going to support y'all regardless. But when that happened, then that mean me go in the booth because I wasn't going to just let my label fold. So then I started putting projects out. I took one of the young recruits from the Young Globals, Chief Bass, C-Note again, and myself, and we just kept it the Global Gangsters. So we put out, I think, 2 or 3 projects, and then from that point, Chief got locked up, C-Note started DJing, and then I just started putting out solo projects. They Talk It, I Live It, Boss Life, They Talk It, I Live It, Talk That Shit, Capone. And so I don't know the rest.
Now these projects you put out, they're available on
on
social
on all
streaming platforms.
Just search JoJo Capone or search Global Gangsters. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Correct, Stella.
Gotcha. What's that process like? You know, I guess from being a CEO to an artist, like, do you like that transition?
I mean, you around it all the time, so you know what it takes to do it. You see what I'm saying? You the CEO, so you putting the money behind the artist, studio time, and everything. So you know how it go. You see them whispering in the corner, somebody jotting down something, so you know the process. So for me, I get in there and knock a whole EP out or so in a week.
Dang.
And then I'm going on. That's why I was able to drop them, keep dropping them. But I see that they making it a young man sport now, you know, 16 to 21. That's really what they only want to sign. So knowing I'm not going to get the love or the attention that I need from a majors, whatever, I just do my deal with Empire, stay independent if I was going to continue to put out the music. Or what I do now, I consult artists, and when they want to stay independent, I just put their projects out through my distribution.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing for artists.
Gotcha.
You know,
that's dope. But also, you was heading the Cash Money Midwest, right?
Yeah. So
what's going on with that?
I'm waiting on Birdman. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's still his platform. It's still his umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So he like, we're gonna do the Cash Money Midwest, and he just won't. You know, and I'm gonna run it. You know what I'm saying? So I was. When he did the video, we posted it, and man, it was thousands of comments, thousands of views.
Yeah, I even commented.
Yeah, everybody was waiting, like about time, you know, like finally, you know, so people just feel comfortable with doing business with me. I've never been a shrewd businessman, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight for the artists, I'm gonna stand up for what's right. We're gonna get lawyers. The lawyers and ourselves are gonna agree. That lawyer gonna have to explain to us these terms. He's not just gonna get paid and go on about his business, because a lot of these lawyers be in cahoots with each other. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
If that lawyer don't want to fight with this and just close this deal so they can get their little 1%, 2%, or whatever percent they get, they colleagues. You see what I'm saying? So people got to understand that. That's just like with artists stick together against the label. If they feel the label ain't doing something, the artists get in the huddle, they talk about, man, I don't think he doing this, or he supposed to do that. And you see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with attorneys. You feel me? They know they do business with each other on a regular, with independents and major labels. So honestly, your lawyer is the one that really gets you the deal. You bring the talent, but the lawyer is the one close out on it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go an independent route.
Facts. Now, with the Birdman situation with Lil Wayne, did y'all ever have any of those conversations, or that's not your place?
No, we would see Wayne. You know, the studio Hit Factory, Ian was right here. It's Wayne right here. So it's only one way in and one way out. So when you pull in, he'll see his Bugatti in the truck, so he know we there. We'll see his Rolls over here, so we know he there. You know, and he outside smoking too. What up? Show him some love, and you know what I'm saying? Wow. Even though all that was going on the internet, you know, but it's like in this day of time, it's not like how a father and son can have an argument and close doors.
Yeah.
If two of them wanted to rant and start ranting or whatever online, That's what you gonna get. Whatever he was ranting about, whatever he was upset about. But down the line,
do you think he like was fair to rant about that? Because
how this just legally like your pops. You know what I'm saying? Feel what you gonna feel.
So that's something he could have said to him, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why with so many people to say stay out of that. That's a father-son situation. Let them deal with
50
that.
was even telling niggas to stay out of that.
And then look what happened. You seen him in the picture. You know what I'm saying? So, or pictures I posted. Tune right here and Mac Main and Gutter and 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people looking like what's going on? But we was all at Super Bowl together. You know, in Minnesota when that situation with 6ix9ine happened. You know what I'm saying? So we was all there. Actually, that picture that 6ix9ine, Birdman, and Young Thug took, I'm the one took that picture.
Wow.
M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hulk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub. That new M.Reck Catch a Lick single, aka Money Dance, that's killing the airwaves on Shade 405 and many different other stations in Connecticut, Boston, so forth and so on. You can get it now. The links is in the video description. It's available on Google Play, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc., etc. Go get that. One. Slug you, the streets don't love you. Not at all. By now, homie, you shoulda knew that. Word. Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.